My name's Karen Vargas. I am with the National Network of Libraries of Medicine South Central Region. It is one of the 20 institutes in the National Institutes of Health. The National Library of Medicine is your medical library. If you wanted to go there and use the library in Bethesda, Maryland, you could do that. And it is also the creator of Medline and Medline Plus. And if you are a health information provider, if you are a health provider, I would easily say that every physician in the United States uses Medline. What you may not know is that for the last 15 years, the National Library of Medicine has been giving money to libraries, some of them public libraries, just to improve internet access. I know this because my library, when I worked at Houston Public Library, received one of those grants in 1994, and this was before my time when I was there, but it was before I even knew that the internet was out. Houston Public Library was getting a grant to have internet access in one of their branches so that people could have information, the most up-to-date information on HIV/AIDS. So NLM and NIH consider it in the nation's interest for health professionals, public health professionals, and the public to have the best health information they can get in order to make health decisions that are appropriate for them. And the best, most up-to-date information is on the internet. Also, the worst and most out-of-date information is on the internet. We know this. You don't have to tell me. So what I wanted to start out with is just a little quiz, and we'll just have a quick raise of hands. I know we have all kinds of time here. If you want to take a look at this, which is the following is the strongest predictor of an individual's health status? The question is whether it's age, income, literacy skills, employment status, education level, or racial or ethnic group. That means if you knew something about someone, what do you think, which one of those things would tell you what their health status was most likely to be? Do you all, just quick vote, age, if you're 85, you're more likely to be healthy, unhealthy? Want to vote there? Income, would income be it? Good, nice raise of hands. Rich people may be healthier than poor people, actually that is true. Literacy skills? Few hands up, good. Employment status, whether you're employed, have health insurance, unemployed. How about education level, whether you have a degree or not a degree? All right, good. And your racial or ethnic group? Few hands, not too many. All right, the answer is literacy skills. Your ability to read is your strongest predictor of your health status. So those of you who have literacy programs at your libraries, I always like to point out, you are doing the most important thing to improve your community's health. How awesome is that? All right, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. I'm going to tell you just a little bit about the community and the cost of low health literacy. In 2003, there was a study that researched health literacy in the United States, and 36% of Americans, over a third of Americans, have what's considered low health literacy. That means low health literacy, or health literacy, is the ability to obtain, process, and utilize the health information that you need to make your health decisions. So it's estimated, and I'm not making these numbers up. These are actually conservative numbers. It's estimated that the annual cost to the United States, to you all, to us, of low health literacy ranges from $106 billion a year to $238 billion a year. It's actually, some organizations rate it as high as $3.6 trillion a year. That's because we're making decisions based on poor information. And then we're ending up in emergency rooms. Very basically, if you have low literacy, how can you fill out the forms in the doctor's office that list your family's medical background, that list the other medications that you're taking? Can you read the medication pills correctly? Do you know the difference between a TSP and a TBSP when you read it on a bottle? If your doctor tells you, think about that. Think about how many people end up in emergency rooms because they thought TSP was a tablespoon. So what if, and I'm not making that up, that's a lot of people. What if your doctor tells you to be on a low-salt diet and you're looking at nutrition information and salt does not appear on there anywhere because you don't know that sodium is salt? So low literacy has extraordinary effects on your health information and your ability to be healthy. And a very quick sample is Tylenol. I don't know if you remember, not very long ago, it's considered the safest medication, safest pain medication, right? Safer than all those NSAIDs. That was just a couple years ago. Oh, doctors, everybody puts you on Tylenol. Well, right now, the FDA is now saying, oh, let's pull back the Tylenol. Let's make Tylenol doses a little lower. Don't put Tylenol in the other medications. So if you're having a nighttime cold medicine, don't put Tylenol in there anymore, acetaminophen. Because people aren't looking at the packages, and they're taking nighttime cold medicine so they can sleep better, and they're taking Tylenol for their sore throat. So they end up double dosing on Tylenol and ending up in emergency rooms with liver damage. So literally, 56,000 emergency room visits a year because of acetaminophen, 26,000 hospitalizations, and 458 deaths each year because of misdosing of acetaminophen. So there we go, reading the labels. It's an important thing to do. And knowing that acetaminophen and Tylenol are the same thing. I was just talking to somebody the other day who was telling me they were dosing back and forth between Vicodin and acetaminophen, so they didn't get too much Vicodin. But Tylenol is in Vicodin. Not everybody knows that. All right, so the next thing, I just want to point out why the internet is brilliant, of course, and why it's so important to have broadband at your library, is because the internet provides a lot of low health literacy tools. There are videos, there are thousands of health information videos on the internet. A lot of them are free. A lot of them are on Medline Plus. There's my little sales pitch. But a lot of them are free on the internet. A lot of them aren't free, and libraries can pay for them. You can buy them thousands in multiple languages, so that people who don't read in their own language of Vietnamese or Russian or whatever language it is, then they can get the videos online so they can understand what the doctor is telling them or what they need to know about their health condition. There's tutorials. That's a picture of a little Medline Plus tutorial and a Medline Plus video right up there. There's also, people are, as somebody mentioned yesterday, keeping their electronic health records online. You can talk to your doctor online on email and chat. Their Medicare forms all have to be filled out online. So all health information that's up to date and accurate, and in many cases requires absolutely no literacy skills, is available online right now. But I do need to point out that according to the Pew Internet and American Life Project, which is referred to constantly, I heard about it yesterday too, up to 75 people looking for health information online, 75% of people looking for health information online never or rarely check the date or the source of the information. So this is how important librarians are. I don't need to teach a class on how to evaluate health information on the internet for every librarian in the room to know, oh my goodness, they're not checking the date. You know, it's very important. Or the source, you know, who's giving you this information? Very classic for everyone to know that. So the very last thing I want to mention is how public libraries work. For those of you, most people here are public librarians, but there are a few people who are not public librarians I know here who are administrators or city officials. And I just want to make sure that you know something that everybody else here knows, and that is that people do go to the public library for health information. This isn't like, oh wow, we should tell people about the public library. They can go there for all this stuff. They know that. A study done 12 years ago by the National Library of Medicine studying just specifically reference questions done at public libraries, and 11 of the public libraries they studied were here in Texas, showed that up to 20% of reference questions, 6 to 20% of reference questions at public libraries are health related. If you have a science and technology section to your library, like some major libraries do with a specialty science and technology area, they can get up to 60% of reference questions in that area are health information questions. People are going to the library for health information. The boomers, who are the latest seniors, or soon to be seniors, they outstrip every other age group on the internet looking for health information. Yay. So they're all coming to your libraries. If anybody knows how to use the libraries, it's the boomers. They will be there. They are going to be using your internet and expecting a lot. So just one last point. Public libraries can do tons. They can work with their local health community-based organizations, clinics, hospitals to help them provide patient education. They can buy some of these databases that have incredible videos. They can build partnerships. They can work during emergencies. it's amazing what public libraries can do, and that's it for me. Thank you.